What's going on? Hello, I'm leaving my job. I just got off work at 9 o'clock. Headed back to the shelter. But the good thing is, when I get back to the shelter, ain't nobody gonna be up. They're gonna be all in the bed, and I ain't got to worry about I ain't got to worry about all these girls. And I'm hoping and praying that the girl that was sleeping on top of my bunk bed, I'm hoping that she gone. I don't like nobody with my over top of me. But when you're in the shelter, those are the type of things you got to deal with. You got to deal with girls sleeping on both beds over top of you. Yeah. The chick was hanging down. She had her feet hanging down. I'm like, girl, is there a ladder for her to get on top of? They don't even have ladders. They got bunk beds for the women to sleep in, but there's no ladders for the girls to get on top of the bunk bed. So the chick's stepping on my bed to get up there. I'm like, I don't want your feet on my bed. Girl, nasty. But I keep my mouth shut. I don't say nothing. As long as she's not stepping on my mattress. But like I said, when I'm not there, I don't know what she's doing. So I might have to start taking my sheets with me. I might have to start taking my sheets. I don't want nobody stepping their little dirty behind feet on my stuff. Like, I don't like that. Don't be stepping on my sheets now. But that's what happens when you live in a shelter. You gotta live with women, and it is what it is. The shelter they have bunk beds, but they don't have a ladder for the girls to climb up the ladder to get in the bunk bed. How are these women supposed to get into the bunk bed and there's no ladders for them to get in the bunk bed? Like, where's the ladder? And I know that homeless shelter is bringing in a lot of money from donations from all these other companies, surrounding companies in this area. People are donating to that shelter. That shelter has been there since the 60s. I think the shelter opened in the 1960s. Yeah, they got money, but the staff members, they be stealing donations and they steal clothes and they steal gifts, especially in the holiday season. Hey, how are you doing? I'm good. How are you, Rhonda? Hi, Darren. How's everyone doing tonight? Just figured I just put on a live stream and talk to y'all. If you guys don't know me, I live in a homeless shelter and I'm actually getting off of work and I'm going back to my homeless shelter right now so I can go to bed. I had a good shift at work. I can't complain. Thank you for the thumbs up. I appreciate that. I see you. I see you. I appreciate you. When you guys come in, y'all just give me a thumbs up when you watch it. That supports me. That shows support. I appreciate the support. You show support when you thumbs up when you come into the room. That helps me get out there and helps people be able to find my channel. I appreciate you guys. I'm sorry I'm driving in the woods a little bit sometimes, so if it starts buffering, I'm sorry. You can leave if you don't, nobody wants to sit through a buffering video, right? I'm just letting you travel in the woods, and when you're around a whole bunch of trees, the reception is not going to be that great. So, what are you guys up to tonight? Let me know. I'm going back to the shelter. I'm praying that God can open up some doors for me so that I can, some doors will be open for me that I can find a way out of this shelter. But right now, they have programs available that I'm going to be looking into that I was told about today. So I have a lot of other things going on in my life right now that I really don't talk about. But one day I believe I want to write a book about my life and about the things that I've been going through and my struggles and just things that I don't really talk about online. And I don't tell every part of my life, but some of the things I do want to talk about. So I've been thinking about maybe writing a book about you never know what can happen in your life. But I had a good day at work, y'all. I cannot complain. I don't got no complaints. I had a pretty good day. Working around somebody that I kind of really don't like. When you're working with someone that you really don't like that much, it's kind of like a quiet situation. And then here we go, this guy at my job, right? This girl that I really don't like, her and this guy be flirting back and forth with each other, right? She's just one of those girls that, she wants all the men's attention in the whole store. And I don't really care about no men's attention, but she's one of those girls that wants everybody to focus on her. So me and her, I really don't like her like that. So it was kind of awkward today because I can't stand working with her. I hate working with her. She be trying to like, she already said out of her mouth before that she's a people pleaser. She wants everybody to like her. And I don't like her. She don't really like me too much either, which I don't really care. Me and her are total opposite. And she's 20. She's in her 20s, so we really have nothing in common. But I hate working with her. I got to work with her tomorrow. I was looking at the schedule like, oh my God, do I have to work with you again? No, please, God, don't do this to me. Please, like call out or something. Please do something. Do something with this girl. I don't like her. But Such is life, right? You're gonna have to work with a whole bunch of people that we don't like, and I hate that. Especially when you're working in an office setting. It's like an open office setting when everybody can hear you talking, and so and she's a loud mouth. I can't stand. One thing I cannot stand is a loud mouth woman. I can't stand big mouth, loud mouth women. I hate that. When I run into a girl that just can't stop, she's a talker still, but she don't do much talking around me because she know I don't like her. So, but she did something shiesty to me the other day. I called one of the stores that I was supposed to work in, so I asked her. I said, I just keep beefing. I asked her what my schedule was, and she lied and said I was supposed to come in the afternoon, which I was technically supposed to work in the morning, and she lied. So I was like, oh wow, you a snake. You know when you know somebody's a snake, you don't really deal with them too tough, right? You keep a snake where the snake needs to be in the grass. You know what I'm saying? Go on, stay in the grass, baby. I don't be sitting here trying to be your freaking friend, but sometimes the shift be going by because it was slow today. It wasn't much going on with the telephones, and there wasn't really a lot going on. So that left her a lot of space and room to run her mouth and talk. And it's this guy that she be up in his face every 2 minutes, and I just be like, girl, bye. She get on my freaking nerves though. But such is life. We're gonna work around a whole bunch of people that we just don't like that. So we still have to be able to navigate the. We still got to navigate. You know what I mean? I'm sorry, I'm not looking at your comment. I can't while I'm driving, but when I stop at a red light or something, I'm able to look at it. 4 people. If you guys give me a thumbs up, thank you for the thumbs up. I see I got 4 thumbs up. Thank y'all so much. What y'all do today? Let me know. What state are y'all watching me from? If you're new here and I don't recognize you, what state are you from? And I always ask that question. So for the people that come here a lot, sometimes I don't remember. You know what I'm saying? So I don't want y'all to be thinking like, oh, you don't remember me? It's a lot of people that come through here every day and talk to me. So some people I might not, remember so much. Some people I might not remember that much. I gotta go to a gas station. The only gas station I like to go to is Wawa. I don't like to go to these little mom and pop gas stations because I don't know, for some reason I be thinking I'm gonna get mugged. I would think I'm gonna get robbed there. I don't know why, but I just don't like these little mom and pop gas stations. I just feel like somebody gonna rob me. Is that bad? I just feel like, I don't know, the gas attendants, they just be looking sketchy. So I don't know. I don't like going to the mom and pops. I like going to the official. If there ain't no big giant gas station like Wawa or like Royal Farms or something like that, I don't mess with it. Because one time I went to a mom and pop gas station and I used my credit card, and it looked like they took out like more money than what the gas was. And I called the guy up. I'm like, yo, why is my credit card saying this? He was like, oh, they put a hold on your card and all this sort of stuff. I said, you could forget that. I won't be going back to you. I said, you would forget that. I won't be going back to you. I know it's not his fault, but them little small mom and pop gas stations, I guess they put a hold on people's cards to just make sure that they're going to get paid. But listen, if it's on my credit card, it's there. So, but I don't like going to them little mom and pop shops. Y'all know them places where you go, the guys are like Indian or Pakistan. I don't like going to those places. Not just because they're from India or they're from Pakistan. It's just I don't like them little small gas stations. I be swearing one day they be here, the next day they be gone. So. Did I have dinner yet? Yeah, I had dinner already. I had dinner. I'm sorry, bro. I can't watch the live stream because I have school tomorrow. Oh, don't worry about it. Go to school tomorrow. Go get your rest, okay? Thank you for coming by, though. I appreciate it. You don't have to really watch. If y'all don't want to watch the fact that it's dark, and I know you can't see my face and everything, I'm sorry, but, you don't have to stay. But going to school tomorrow, do your thing. Get your education. Get some education for me, too. Maybe I can find me a better job. Get some education for me, too. But I had a good day at work. I can't complain, y'all. I really can't. I mean, I can complain, but who's really listening? I need to find me a night job. If I get me a night job, I can get out this shelter. I don't have to be dealing with the shelter life no more. If I get me a night gig, I get me a nighttime job that's like 11 to 7 or something like that. I'm gonna be so tired, but I'm gonna be making good money. So, but I'm gonna be exhausted, man. I'm gonna be so exhausted. I can go into the shelter, and if I find me a nighttime job, even if I find a night job part time, like a couple days a week, I'll be all right with that. But finding me a full-time job, I'm scared. I'm really scared. I'm scared to find me. I'm scared to find another job. Y'all know why? Because I have to pour this water out my window. I'm scared to find a second job because I'm scared of how exhausted I'm going to be. I'm like really scared of my exhaustion, me being exhausted. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to be exhausted like that. Because I used to be exhausted like that. Like I had two jobs. Like all my life, I almost worked two jobs. All my life, I've always like worked jobs. And I'm not like a big spender or anything like that. But um, I'm not a big spender. But I like to have money in my bank account. You know, I mean, I'm talking about multiple thousands of dollars. I don't like to be like have nothing. You know. So I'm at the point where I ran state close to $10,000, if not more, in savings. And I used to have that when I had multiple jobs because I made good money every week. I always had money. There was never a time that I didn't have money. So when I lost my apartment, that's when I lost all my savings. When I been into it and I had some legal problems and just a lot of things was happening in my life. So I need to have over 10,000 in savings, if not more. And that's hard to build that type of money when you still have bills to pay and stuff going on like that. So, but I know I can get back there. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna get back there. I'm gonna get it back. I'm gonna get that savings back. Because I'm not a big spender. I don't be like, oh, I got some money, so let me go to the mall. And you know, I'm not really a shopper. I only shop for things that I need, and I really don't shop. The only thing I do is work. So all I do is work, 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 no matter what. So I hope when I get to the shelter, these girls, and they be up in their beds at nighttime when I come in, they looking. I'm like, what y'all looking for? What y'all need to be looking for is a freaking job. You need to be looking for employment, says Donald Trump. God bless you. Hope you win in life. Yeah, I will. I am winning. I'm winning. I'm still winning. I'm still winning. I am winning in life. I sure am. I'm such a positive person. I'm not always positive now. Y'all not gonna see. Well, sometimes I'm gonna make a video. Like if I'm having a down day, I will make a video about that too. So I'm not gonna always show you the side where I'm just up and chipper and everything's okay. Regardless of what's going on in life right now, I'm gonna always be grateful for life. So I'm always gonna be thankful to have a job, thankful to have a car, because some people don't have a job, some people don't even have a car. Like when I look at some of these women in this homeless shelter, and I be looking at them like, none of y'all working. Like this other girl in there, she about 30 years old. She goes see her girlfriend every day. I said, well, if you have a girlfriend, why aren't you living with her? Like, why are you in a shelter if you in a relationship with somebody? Why are you coming to a shelter every day? I don't understand. And you so young, you're in your 30s and you don't even have a job. Like, why aren't you working? All these jobs around here, you don't have a job. You don't have a job because you don't want to work. Why don't you want to work? You're 33 years old. I started working when I was 14. 14 years old. These young kids don't have no excuse. There's really no excuse not to work if I have a job. You know what I'm saying? I'm not judging nobody. And I know a lot of those women in there got disabilities, and they on disability or they on Social Security or whatever the fact, but I don't want that to be my life. It's not going to be my life. That's not going to be my life. So, but I've been looking at a lot of them. A lot of them are just lazy. Y'all be in the shelter talking about people, but you can't gossip and talk and go out in the streets and go find you a job. Go get you a pen and paper and go find a job. This one lady, she's supposed to be the house mom. She's very aggressive, very thinking she bossing people around and stuff. I can't wait till she leaves. I don't even speak to her no more like that. But she thinks that we have some kind of affiliation because I know her daughters. And I'm like, sis, I knew your daughter. I don't know you like that. And I don't want to know you like that. I'm not trying to be like in this shelter and be cool with y'all like that. Because I have a different lifestyle. I get up every day at 5:30 in the morning, and I go to work every day. Every day I'm at work. There's no excuse, you know, and it's getting cold out here. So a lot of them are going to be staying at the shelter. And they be doing stuff that they're not supposed to do anyway. They supposed to be going to, if you don't go to what they call, chapel, if you don't go to chapel, you have to go outside the building. Them girls be down there sleeping in the bathrooms. And I said, what are y'all sleeping in the bathrooms for? I thought you supposed to be the house mom. You supposed to be the one that be bossing everybody around, but you doing stuff that you're not supposed to do either. So guess who's gonna snitch and tell? One of them girls gonna snitch and tell. You don't want to go to chapel. You don't believe in Jesus Christ. You don't believe in God. That's your thing. But you're supposed to be following the rules. So you don't follow the rules, but everybody else around there have to. She be so quick to try to tell somebody what to do, and I be just sitting there looking at her like, sis, you in the same boat I'm in. We're all in the same boat. Why are you trying to, like, she's trying to be like a staff member that work at the shelter. She probably trying to get a job at the shelter. That's probably what she's trying to do. But I said, girl, when you leave the shelter, you can't work here for about 2 years. After you got out the shelter, they'll hire you then. But I don't know. It's just a mess. It's a mess, and I be cracking up. And thank God I'm not there half the time. And I'm so grateful to have a car that I'm able to get out and leave. But some people just be having their own ways, and she like to boss people around because that's what her kids say. When she was her kids say she's very bossy. She want to be in control of everything. When you go and be in control of your kids, honey, you're not gonna be in control of no grown women. If you try to mess with grown women, you'll get your old behind cussed out. And I'm not saying it's gonna be me, but everybody's not gonna be scared of you. I'm not scared of you. I love when women be thinking that people are afraid of them. Who's scared of you, sis? I'm not. They be looking when I come in at nighttime. They be up in their beds looking around like, oh, you coming from work? Like, just mind your business, please. It's one of the girls that asked me, oh, where you work at? Don't matter. It doesn't matter where I work at. Why does that matter to you? I just all you need to know is I work, and you don't even really need to know that. But see, all the girls talk about individual girls. Oh, well, she works for a living, and she don't talk to nobody, and I sure don't, and don't want to. I'm not a mouthy person in there. I don't want to talk. I don't have anything to say. The only thing I need to say is 5:30, 5:35 in the morning. I'm out the door, going to work, going to the gym, trying to get myself together. I'm not about to be sitting up in here with y'all. Sorry, not about to. I can't do it. But I'm praying that some things that's going to be working in my favor is going to work for me, and I'm praying that these programs that I'm going to be doing soon will work in my favor and help me with housing. I'm praying for that. But I know that God is going to make a way for me, right? God is making a way. He gonna make a way. They coming out with a lot of restaurants and bars up in here. It must have rained down here. The streets are wet. When you get to when y'all go to like y'all stopping at a four-way stop sign or like a a red light and you at an intersection, y'all make sure that y'all lock your doors. I don't trust nobody. I'm always looking. I got my head on a swivel. I don't trust nobody. Did y'all see that thing when when that man killed that girl on that train? That was so sad. That was so sad seeing that girl like that. Could you imagine the end of your time where she must have been thinking in her head all by herself? How sad. She was a pretty girl too. So sad. You just don't never know, man. You don't never know when your last day is going to be here. It's terrible. It's really, really terrible out here. The devil is busy. The enemy is busy out here corrupting people's minds. It's sad. But I always pray to God, and if I feel bad vibes about something, I'm always on my toes about that. I'm always praying and asking God to lead and guide my way. Cause you have to pray before you go. Pray before you get up in the morning. Pray. Even me when I go downstairs. When I leave the shelter, I'm very vulnerable because the shelter that I stay in, there's men downstairs, and some of those men come out of prison for like sex crimes and stuff like that. So I'm constantly praying because some of the guys when I go downstairs in the morning, and I don't know, I think they be knowing like it's a woman coming downstairs at 5:30 because this morning when I came downstairs off the elevator, why all of a sudden a guy pops up out the stairwell and he comes this morning talking about, oh, good morning. No, you knew I was coming downstairs. Ain't no good morning. I don't need to say, don't speak to me. Don't speak to me. I'm not interested in none of y'all. Don't speak to me. I'm not interested in none of y'all. Some of y'all guys be having sex crimes. Some of y'all be registered sex offenders and y'all living in a shelter. This is going to be your life for the rest of your life unless you find a woman that's going to be willing to accept it. I'm not. Especially if you have sex crimes that have to do with children and raping people and stuff. Nobody wants nothing to do with that. So when I get off the elevator, he probably hear, oh, it's a woman coming downstairs at this time. So let me go outside. Soon as I get off the elevator, this guy comes off the stairwell and he gonna talk about some good morning. No, good morning, my ass. Don't say a damn thing to me. I'm not interested. I'm homeless. Is there something that you can do to get me out of my situation? Is there? Okay. So if there's not, don't speak to me. I'm not thinking about no freaking man, especially no man that's living up in some homeless shelter. Not interested. Don't look at me. I'm not one of those girls. I'm not one of those women. No, baby. But they be waiting for people to come off the elevator and stuff, and I ain't in there looking for nobody. Okay. One night, some other guy came when I was coming off the elevator at 5:30 in the morning. He gonna talk about some uh one of the other guys, and you could tell he had mental problems a little bit. He seemed like he was a little mentally unstable, so it could be scary. So I gotta make sure when I get on that elevator, I'm gonna have my mace in hand. I'm gonna have my mace in hand because I wish a jigger would. I wish a jigger would. I wish a man would try me with some bull crap. And even coming back to the lady that got stabbed in her neck, Lord rest her soul. I'm so sad to have seen that happen to her. But man, first of all, one thing about me is I've always been really funny about people walking behind me, sitting behind me. If I can help it, I don't like nobody walking behind me. I don't like if I'm walking down the street or whatever, doing my exercise. If somebody walking behind me, I'm gonna go to the other side of the street because I'm paranoid. I don't know what's going on. I don't know what you want, but if you behind me, we got a problem. I don't like that. I do not like nobody walking behind me. And I'm not saying anything bad about the girl. Like, I'm just very visual of my surroundings. If I would have got on the train and seen that nut looking the way he was looking, I would have like, first of all, I wouldn't have sat behind you anyway. And I'm not saying anything against her to disrespect that girl that got murdered, but I would never. I would go to the back of the train and sit where my back was against the wall. I couldn't. I don't want to be. I don't want nobody sitting behind me because I don't know what people up to. And if I do have to sit somewhere where people have to sit behind me and I have no choice, trust me, my head is on the swivel, baby. My head is on a swivel for sure. But it's sad, you know. It's really sad what happened. I hope that man. I hope when he go to jail, I hope they whip his ass because that's what he needs. He needs an ass whooping. They gonna. He probably gonna go to jail and they probably gonna be trying to off him. He probably gonna have to go into protective custody because I think the people in that prison when he get to jail in county, I think he gonna die in jail because I think the people gonna deal with him properly. Because what he did to that girl, he gonna have to go into protective custody because ain't nobody trying to hear that. They gonna deal with him properly when he get to prison for sure. This lady out here with a taco truck. Oh no, that's the ambulance. I thought that was a taco truck. I'm like, you out here with tacos at 10 o'clock at night? I might have to check out this little place right here. It's a little club, little area. I need to go out and dance. I want to go dance. I want to go. I want to get pretty. I want to put on a dress, put on some heels, get cute, and go out and have a party. I'm gonna go out and dance. I want to call one of my girlfriends up. Like, girl, it's time to go. It's time to go out, honey. Come and pick me up. I haven't been out in so freaking long. Like, it's been years since I've been out. But I don't want to go to a place where people gonna be doing dumb stuff like shooting and killing each other. I want to go somewhere where it's laid back, it's people my age, and older. It's an older crowd, and we just vibing. That's what I want to do. You know what I'm saying? Who knows? I may meet my man. Okay. Who knows, girl? I know I'm about to lose a lot of y'all. My gas tank going off. I gotta get gas. Darn it! I should have got gas way back there, but I didn't. Sometimes they'll always be telling me, get gas, and I don't ever get it. Now I need gas, child. Now I need gas, and I filled up my tank with oil. I need to give me an oil change. I just don't like going to car dealerships because they're always trying to say, "Oh, I hear a noise over here. Oh, I hear a noise over there." That's why I don't like dealing with I don't like dealing with auto mechanics and stuff because they could do my oil change, but they could also go and mess with something and have it rattling or something. You know what I'm saying? So you know what I'm gonna do though? When my car goes into the shop, I'm gonna put a video camera in my car. Maybe I shouldn't. I don't know. But I don't trust mechanics. I don't trust them because they could come in my car and start making something loose, and I don't trust them. So I'm gonna figure this out on my own. I don't trust mechanics at all. Because once you send your car to them, they're going to want you to keep bringing your car to them. So I'm probably not going to even deal with them at all. Because I think they said my first oil change is free, but they're going to find a way to get some money out of me. Because they're going to be like, oh, it looks like this needs, you know what I'm saying? I don't know. I don't trust them. My car is quiet. It's driving smooth. I don't have any problems, and I don't want any problems. I don't trust. I don't trust them. I don't trust no mechanics. I need to find my own trustworthy mechanic. That's what I need to find. And it's like you can't trust no mechanics. Once you send your car to a mechanic and you get your car back, something's rattling, something's making a noise, something's shaking, something ain't right. You know, so I don't want to do that. My car is good right now, and I'm scared to take it in because I'm scared they're gonna keep trying to have me coming back to them. I'm like, nah, I don't trust y'all. I'm gonna have to find my own mechanic. I really am. I don't trust no mechanics, but I guess it's the same everywhere. It's the same in the medical field. They try to get you on pills, and then they try to cut on you. They want to do surgery. They say, oh, surgery will help this. And then you get into the lifestyle of having surgery, and then they start cutting on you. And now you're trapped in the cycle of, I'm in pain. Now they're giving you medications. They do the same thing with your body. They try to get you on pills. They try to get you on medication just so you can stay in with them. Because if you stay sick and you stay needing pills, don't do nothing but destroy your liver and kidneys anyway. Medications destroy. I think it destroys what, your liver or your kidneys. I think it destroys your liver. That cycle, like, try to keep yourself healthy. I get up and exercise every day. I faithfully get my black tail up, and I go to the gym every day. I know I really should take 2 days off in a row, but I go to the gym more so for my mental health, my mental mind to stay together so that I don't black out on people at work. So I exercise literally every day. Even if I just do a 15-minute, I push for a 30-minute, 30 minutes. I'm not playing. I'm not playing with my health. I want to grow old gracefully. When I get in my 50s, I want to know how to do a split. I want to open my hips up, okay? So I'm going to be an old head that know how to do a split. I'm going to be an old head stripper. That's what I'm going to be. I'm going to be an old head stripper with gray hair, gray underarms, and everything. I'm going to be an old head stripper. Y'all don't believe me? Watch. You just watch. Because I was thinking about the other day, I said I should go to a strip club and work on the weekends at the strip club. I should go strip again. I should go right back to the strip club and make it do what it do. Shoot, I can make some money, but I don't know what strip clubs are up to now. Now that they got like OnlyFans and they got websites where women could, put their sexuality out there, be sexy and get money. I don't know what the strip clubs are doing nowadays. But I'm in other stripper shoes and get on OnlyFans and show everybody toes. What do you guys think about that? I'm gonna do something. I gotta do something, child. I need some money. I need some money. Sis needs some money. Sis gonna go after that money too. I need some money. I gotta get this money, honey. I'm gonna show my feet. I'm gonna show my toes. Some guys told me today, yeah, I'll pay for it. I'll pay for it. I'll pay for it. Okay, you wanna see my ugly, dirty, stinking toes? Okay, no problem. But God is good though. God is good nonetheless. I should have got gas when I was at work because now I have to get gas. My gas light is showing. I got 12 people watching me. Hello. Is it buffering, y'all? No lifting at work or no lifting. I don't need to do what? I don't need to show my toes. Somebody was telling me I should do OnlyFans, and I told them I was going to do OnlyFans, but I was going to be a foot model. A foot model. Nothing else. I'm going to be a foot model. I'm going to model my toes. And people will pay for that. So why not? You know what I'm saying? Why not to model my toenails? I mean, you have to be doing. Uh-uh. I heard something. Okay, that was me. It's not my gas tank. It's a gas station up here. I'm like, I hope this is not my gas tank blinking like this. That's why I always try to make sure I fill up on half a tank. When I get to half a tank, I make sure I try to go fill up. But Today I was just being lazy and I totally forgot to fill up my gas tank. So I have to stop at the gas place. Fuel low. I know, I'm getting there. That's the fuel. The fuel thing is blinking. And it's not even on E yet. It's almost there, but I'll make it. I don't like to do this. This is the first time that my fuel thing had beeped for me. So I'm like, God, I'm right there. But sometimes I should have went to the gas station when I was at my job. When I was at work over there, I should have did it. But yeah, I think I'm gonna be a foot model, y'all, to make some extra money. That's gonna be another side hustle for me. You gotta do what you have to do today to make money. I mean, how else is money gonna come? It's not gonna just fall out the sky. So, I mean, I'm not gonna do anything that's gonna demean and disrespect myself as a woman. But I'm gonna be a foot model. What y'all think? What y'all think about that? What do you guys think about that? Would you guys support me if I was a foot model? Show my little bunions and funyuns. I was having a conversation with a lot of guys this morning on my channel, and they was like, "Yeah, do it. I'll support you. Yeah, do it. Yeah, do it." I was like, "Oh God, okay, I might do it." I told them I was gonna make an OnlyFans. And the funny thing is about people, what people think about like OnlyFans and stuff like that. A lot of people that do OnlyFans, everything is not always like sex stuff. Everything is not sex work on OnlyFans. It's really not. I mean, I'm not on OnlyFans, but everybody thinks when they think of OnlyFans, they think of strippers and like people doing S work, people sex workers or whatever. But OnlyFans have people on there actually like doing stuff. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not on OnlyFans. But there's a lot of people doing their craft on OnlyFans. They might be cooking, they might be doing hair. So OnlyFans is not only about everybody thinks about sex when they think of OnlyFans. And that's not true. People do a lot of different things on OnlyFans. It's not always like sex workers or whatever. You got people there. I gotta get some gas. This guy's walking over to my car now. I'm not even ready. Oh my God. I can't believe I let my gas sink. Y'all believe this? Can you believe that? That's my favorite word. Can you believe that? Oh my God, where's my gas? Oh my God. I like to be ready when they come over here. Hello. Hi, how are you? I'm sorry, I'm just trying to find my card. Just give me like 1 minute. My life is all over the place. Okay. Fill me up right quick, please. Thank you. There you go. Thank you. So yeah. I'm not going to be a sex worker or anything. I mean, come on, guys. No lifting at work. Lifting at work? What does that mean? You don't need to do that. You lift in gym. You lift in the gym. Hi, how you doing, Orange Stoneface? I seen some of your messages that you sent me. I responded back to some of your messages. I saw you in some of my videos. You were talking, and I think I responded back to you. So you wonder if you have to easy job with no lifting involved. Oh, my job is easy. My job is easy. My job is easy. No lifting at work. What do you mean no lifting at work? You mean like lifting at the gym? I lift when I'm at the gym. Like I lift weights there. No, I don't have a hard job where I'm lifting anything. My job is easy. I'm like a secretary, you know what I'm saying? I'm like a glorified um underpaid accountant. That's what I do. I don't lift anything at my job. I lift papers and pens, and they're not heavy, so I'm like a glorified accountant that's underpaid. I'm an underpaid accountant. I take all the finances, like the financial part, the financing for the customers. I do all of that. I keep all the financial records intact. It goes to me, and then it goes to someone else in the bigger offices, and they check all my work. So I do the financial part. I take the money, I do the finance, and I take the credit card payments. We just do all the financial part. I don't never tell people what I do or where I work at or anything like that, but yeah, we just deal with the finances and that's it. I'm a glorified, underpaid accountant for a business, for a big business. How can I get a hold of you? I need a woman to talk to. Why you need a woman to talk to? What you need a woman to talk to about? What do you want to talk about? Let me know in the chat. What you want to talk about? Beautiful. I look a hot mess. I'm trying to go home. Well, I'm trying to go to my shelter. If you guys don't know, I live in a homeless shelter. Don't tell nobody. Don't tell your neighbor. I live in a homeless shelter. I live in a homeless shelter and I'm not embarrassed about it. She live in a homeless shelter and she's not embarrassed. She's not embarrassed. She's not ashamed. No way. Shelter, you've been there for long or now I've been at the shelter for I think it's been 3 weeks. Tuesday make 3 weeks. It's been 3 weeks. You homeless, sorry about all of that. Yeah, it is what it is, you know what I mean? I stayed in my car for 33 days. And then after I stayed in my car for 33 days, it was hot, it was in the dead of the summer. So some nights I'm sleeping in my car and it's like 70 degrees in my car and I'm hot as hell. But I can't put the windows down because if you put the windows down and you sleep in your car in the summertime, you got the mosquitoes biting your ass all night. So that was a pain in the ass. I'm hot and then I got the mosquitoes coming in. So I was like, damn, I got to get into a shelter. And I'm glad when I called the shelter that they had a bed for me. So I ran to that bed because it's starting to get cold out now. Whose car are you in? What do you mean whose car? Why would I need someone else's car? Just because I'm homeless don't doesn't mean that I can't have a car. So you lost a place you rented. Yeah, I lost my place in 2023. I was evicted out of my apartment. And I wasn't evicted because of non-payment of rent. It had nothing to do with that, but I violated my lease and that's how I got evicted. This guy is a little too close to my car now. Would you like your receipt? No, I don't need it. Thank you. Have a good night. So yeah, I was evicted out of my apartment, and I wasn't evicted for non-payment of rent, so it had nothing to do with money. And I'm not going to tell y'all what happened. One day, I'm going to tell y'all. I'm going to write a book. Do you guys believe that I'm going to write a book? I'm going to write a book one day, and I'm going to tell y'all all the tea. So y'all got to stay tuned for that, okay? I'm going to tell y'all all the tea of what happened to me, like everything. But I'm not going to tell it all because I don't tell y'all everything. I just give y'all a couple little things, right? Because one day y'all gonna buy my book, and it's gonna be a little hard, little soft copy. I'm gonna write a book. I don't know how I'm gonna do it, but I'm gonna write a book. I don't know how because I'm not a good writer. I suck at writing, so I don't know how I'm gonna do it. But God is telling me that I need to tell my testimony, and I need to put it in a book so that people can buy it, and that's another way for me to make some money, right? Little soft, $12, $13, $14 book. Y'all want to know all the tea? Y'all going to buy the book. Y'all want to know everything that really happened to me? Like all the legal stuff and the stuff that I went through with my teenage kids and the brokenness that I suffered. Because I suffered brokenness. I wanted to off myself. I wanted to run my car into a brick wall. I used to go over bridges and be like, maybe I should run my car into the bridge and drown. That's how broken I was. I was so broken. I was broken because I was alone. I didn't have family. I have nobody to help me or anything. I still don't have family. So I'm gonna tell y'all my testimony. Yeah, it was a lot of stuff. It was a lease violation, and I'm not gonna tell y'all what happened. I'm gonna tell y'all one day, but I'm probably just gonna tell y'all in the book. Okay, I'm not gonna tell y'all the tea, but it was a lease violation, and that's how I got evicted. So, but I'm gonna tell y'all in the book though. When I get my book together, y'all gonna read everything, and y'all gonna be talking about me like a dog, like, oh my God, why would you do that? You're so stupid. Y'all gonna call me all kind of names, but that's okay because you didn't bought my book. So now I want to witness to people and let them know, like, whatever you do in life, like certain things, for me, you can't come back from, right? If you are a pedophile, right? I can't forgive you for that. I can't forgive you for hurting a child. Everything else in life, to me, in my head, is forgivable. If you're a drug addict, you get clean from drugs. But if you're a pedophile and you like sleeping with children or raping people and all that stuff, I don't have no respect for people like that. Everything else in my head is forgivable. And I know God say, listen, you're supposed to forgive. I'm not forgiving a person that harms children. I'm not forgiving a person that goes and murders people and do all this stuff. I'm not forgiving that. I don't have to, right? Everything else is forgiven in my head, right? Whatever you can come back from it. God will heal your heart, and God can probably even, I'm sure He will, and I don't want to even say it. God will heal a pedophile, but I don't believe that. I don't like to mess with. I don't like people that hurt children. I don't like that. You could come back from anything, but in my head, you can't come back from that. Whatever you do in life, man, I screwed up a lot. I messed up big time, and one day y'all gonna see what happens. 'Cause I'm not gonna tell y'all. Y'all gonna have to buy my book. I'm gonna figure out a way to make my book. I'm gonna write my book. How I'm gonna do it, I don't know. But God's gonna prepare a place for me, right? While everybody else sitting to the wayside thinking I'm nobody, my family thinking I'm just nobody, I'm nothing. I'm the black sheep. Nobody got respect for me. Everybody thinks I'm a loser. You know, that's okay. God got something for me. Regardless of what people think or say about me, I've always been a black sheep of my family, so I have no problem with that. But God got a place for me. God is holding a place for me. God has me under His wings. So whatever people think, who cares? Live your life of who cares what people think, who cares what they say. You're not out here harming nobody. You're not hurting anybody. You're not holding anyone back from nothing. You're not stealing. You're not harming people. I'm a good person. It doesn't matter what people think, right? So I'm going to continue to come on social media and talk about it because I'm letting people know, like, look, it doesn't matter what you did. It doesn't matter if you was a drug addict for 15 years, you lost your kids, you did this. You can come back from anything, right? You can come back from anything. The last 3 years of my life has been the hardest times in my entire life. But guess what? I'm still standing. And the only thing that has me standing is my faith in God. If I didn't know who God was, Jesus Christ, I'd probably be going right now. I'd be going. But I'm a believer in Christ and I have faith and I know that God is going to heal the land. Seatbelt on. Yeah, I got my seatbelt on for sure. They will hold people back and blame it on them. Who's holding who back? I did enter that by mistake, but I don't know what you were saying when you were saying they'll hold people back and blame it on them. I don't blame anything on anybody. My situation that I'm in right now is completely my situation. I don't blame nobody for my actions, right? That's the first thing of healing that people need to know and understand, that I'm healing myself right now. I don't blame anybody for nothing that I put myself into. I put myself in the situation that I'm in right now. So that's my first step of healing. Stop looking around blaming people and pointing the finger. Oh, I'm here because you did this to me or you did. Listen, I'm in my situation because due to me, due to myself, due to my actions. Yes, it could be some other people that may be involved in that. But we're not worrying about that no more. We're moving forward. You never move forward if you continue to point the finger and blame people for things. Yes, someone else may be involved in my situations and someone may have acted this way and made me react in that way. I've accepted the things that I've done wrong. I'm not pointing the finger at nobody but myself. I am the blame for my situation. I am the blame for me being homeless. I am the blame for me being in a homeless shelter. I am the blame. There's things that I could have done differently and I didn't do them, right? I chose to act the way I acted. And now I'm in the situation that I'm in. That's your first step of healing right there. If you can't accept that and you still out here blaming your sister, your brother, your cousin, your whoever, you ain't gonna never get past nothing. And that's a fact. Like they say with addicts and stuff, drug addicts or alcoholics. First you have to accept that you have a problem. If you don't accept that you have a problem, you're never gonna stop using. You're never gonna stop using. Take your chance at, okay, I fought it myself. I did this and I shouldn't have done that. I acted this way and I shouldn't have done that. I did some things that I shouldn't have done. Lord, forgive me. Ask God. I ask God for forgiveness all the time. I continue to ask for forgiveness for my sins and things that I've done and things I could have done differently. Like, damn, that was stupid. I shouldn't have done this. But the dirt is already done. Sometimes it's too late. You can't change it. Now you have to suffer the consequences of your actions, whether you're going to jail or whether you gotta get on probation, or if you did something that involved the police or just anything, you can come back from it, man. It's even people that's in prison today, in jail, in the county, in prison, that did stuff, that did something illegal, and now their whole life is changed because of their actions. Their whole life is changed due to their actions. So we have to watch ourselves. When we become adults, it's like there's no going back. You can mess your life up so much. You can mess your life up within 5 minutes. I made this decision, and now my life has been a shithole for 3 years because I'm trying to get out of the situation that I put myself into. I'm trying to come out of this eviction. I'm trying. Sometimes it takes 7 years, but I know that God is going to provide a place for me. I know that something is going to open up in the future for me to heal from that. That eviction is not going to hold me back from nothing. Because sometimes when it comes to these landlords and you got money, they don't care about no freaking eviction. They're gonna be like, "Hey, when you want to move in? You making $10,000-$15,000 a month. When you want to move in?" That's my hope and my faith that I have in my heart, that I know that once I make that money, it ain't gonna matter. It ain't gonna matter if I had an eviction. They don't care about eviction. They want that money. Let me come to a landlord and I give you $3,000 a month. You think he gonna say no? Or one $1,500 a month apartment or whatever, wherever I'm gonna live at. I got faith that I know once I get my money straight, ain't no landlord gonna say no. No landlord gonna say no. Somebody out here, you see how big this world is? And I live in the state that I live in. Do you think there's hundreds of thousands of landlords out here? There's hundreds and thousands of people that are looking for someone to rent their space so they can make money, so they can pay their mortgage or whatever the fact. Some people are going to look past my eviction because they see that I have money. So I ain't worrying about nothing. My faith is strong. I'm not worrying about that. I'm not worrying about, oh, I got an eviction, so I'm not going to be able to find out for 7 years. BS. BS. I'm going to find something. God's got me. God will open up a door for me for things to just fall right into my lap, because that's exactly how it's going to happen for me. My faith is that strong, right? I know that God is going to make a way for me. I know it. I already know it. I'm not worried about nothing. I'm not worried about a thing, because you know what? I'm doing the work. God sees me and God knows that I'm doing the work to make my life better. Yeah, I screwed up. Yeah, I messed up. And we all do. We all messed up. We all screw up. We all got to start from somewhere. So don't feel down on yourself. Don't get yourself down if you messed up. So what? You apologize to the people that you need to apologize to. You do the things that you need to do to heal yourself, because better days are coming. They're coming. As long as you're doing the work, though, you got to do the work. God is not going to just lay something in your hand just because you're praying for it. He want to see actions behind that prayer. He want to see what you're doing. So that's my testimony, and I'm going to always talk about it. Like, I'm talking about this all the time. You're going to be all right. It don't matter what you did. It don't matter if you had 5 evictions. So what? Okay, I got all these evictions now. I got to do something different in my life. I can't keep living like this. I can't keep doing this. Oh, we living in some bad times. Oh, groceries are so high. So what? Go after the money. Increase your finances, and you'll see things begin to open up for you. That's what I need to do. I gotta increase my finances, and things will be able to open up for me. That's it. There's no more excuses, no more complaining. We're not doing that anymore. We're not complaining. We're not crying and whining. We get into that bag. Whatever you got to do to make money, and I'm talking about whatever you have to do that's legal and healthy for you, go make your money. You can do it. Like, we all have opportunities here to better ourselves and do things differently. God is able. I tell you, he really is. He really, really is. I'm going home. I'm going to my homeless shelter. I live in a homeless shelter. If you guys don't know, thank you for watching. I live in a homeless shelter. So that's why I have a testimony. I have a lot of things. Where you going? I'm going to the homeless shelter. Stay positive. I am staying positive for sure. You are super smart too. Yeah, thank you. Sometimes I feel like I'm not so smart, but I made some really dumb decisions. But I just want to talk and witness to people and let them know, like, whatever you're going through, it's going to be okay, man. It's going to be all right. I fucked up my life, okay? And y'all going to know one day because I'm gonna write it in the book. So I hope that y'all can be supportive and buy my book and just read about what really happened in my life. I just give y'all little nits and pieces here and there, but God is guiding me to, hey, you write about this, write about it, write about it, write about it. You can be helping someone. Write about your story, your pain, your journey. And guess what? The situation that I'm in, my eviction, had nothing to do with the man. It had nothing to do with drugs or alcohol, which I'm grateful for, right? It had nothing to do with those three things. My eviction had nothing to do with a man. Nothing to do with drugs. Nothing to do with alcohol. Nothing. All my actions, baby. It's all my actions. All me. I'm not proud of it. But one day I'm going to let y'all know. Y'all going to buy my book. Because I'm going to speak on my pain. I'm going to speak on it. I'm going to always speak on it. And I'm going to always be a believer in Christ. I'm going to always be a believer in Christ. So that's never going to stop. Ever. God is going to prepare a place for me in the presence of my enemies. Amen. Working with enemies, working with demonic darkness, working with dark people. I pray every day before I even go to work that these people are out to get me. These demons and this enemy is out to steal, kill, and destroy. We're not allowing that. They already know I'm powerful. That's why they mad. That's why they're angry. That's why they're angry with me. And that's why they're angry with you. Hello, how are you? What is going on, artist? Aubrey, hello, how are you? I'm going to the shelter, honey. I just got off of work, so I'm just talking tonight. I was like, let me do another live stream because I'm getting my watch time up. So I was like, let me do another live while I'm driving home. I'm sorry that y'all can't see me, right? Because I know it's nighttime, so. And now it's raining. I'm almost there where I need to be at. But I just want to encourage y'all. Let y'all know. Y'all let me know what state y'all are watching me from. What state y'all in. What are y'all doing up this late? Shouldn't y'all be going to bed? Y'all got to work in the morning? Let me know. Let me know in the comments. Say hello. Give me a thumbs up. If you have a thumbs up, give me a little thumbs up. Support the girl. Y'all support me? Always come in here and give me a thumbs up. That would be definitely supporting me. Y'all know why? Y'all know what the thumbs up does? The thumbs up, it helps other people find me. That lets the algorithm know that she over there talking about something that people are interested in. Sometimes, I think one time I almost got almost like 100 people in the room. My faith is strong. I know my YouTube channel is going to thrive because I'm doing good. I'm doing good. I do it every day. So I know that, what I got going on is gonna manifest into something great. It's thriving. I have a thriving YouTube channel here. It might not be the biggest, but it's something. I got something going on over here. You gotta speak life into your situation. You gotta speak life into yourself. Like, if you downing yourself and saying, oh well, don't doubt yourself. You can do anything you want to do, right? You want to go start that business, go start the business. You don't have to have money to start a business, depending on what business you're going into. Start a business. So many things that we can do out here with ourselves. Don't let nobody else talk you out of nothing. It's a girl at my job right now. Matter of fact, the girl that I don't like, the Spanish girl, right? She's 24. Don't like her. She did some stuff to me for me to not like her, right? I don't really say that I don't like a lot of people, but she's not my favorite person, right? She was going to go into a different position inside the business that she wanted to go into. She wanted to move into a different position. She wanted to do it because she thought that she was saying in her heart that, I need to make more money. So she wanted to move up, right? Nothing wrong with that. Everybody wants to move up. Some people want to stay where they're at, and some people want to move up, right? And there's nothing wrong with someone wanting to move up. She let people talk her out of that position. And I said, well, damn it, girl. How you let somebody talk you out of something that you wanted to do for yourself? You have to have faith in yourself and know that I can do this. I can do this new thing. You don't go telling people what you want to do, because what these people are going to do, they're going to stop you from it. They're going to stop you because they're already in a position. Like if you're a salesperson, and that's what I work in sales. If you're a salesperson and if another salesperson trying to come in, they're going to try to block you from that because they don't want you to do better than they are. So you don't go tell people, hey, I might want to go do this, or I'm going to go do this. They talked her out of her position. And that's what I don't like about her either. I said, why did you let these people speak that into you? And now you, oh, I'm not going to go for it. I'm going to stay where I'm at. If you felt like you wanted to move up and do better for yourself, why would you let people talk you out of that? You let people talk you out of your position. And you could have been doing very well in that position. But you allowed someone to come in and talk you out of it. How dumb are you? That was stupid of her. And I was pissed off because I actually wanted her to freaking leave because I don't really like her like that. But I'm just being real and being honest. Like, sis, you never, never let nobody tell you that you can't do something. If you feel in your heart that you can do this, you go do it. And if you fail at it, you just fail at it. But guess what? You dust yourself off and you do something else. You already got the job position. You're already in the company. You've been here for what, 3 years? That's what it comes when you running your mouth. The young generation. She's a young girl. You talk too much. You talking too much. You burned your blessing down, and now you still trapped in a position that you probably really sick of. If you want to make some money and you don't feel confident enough that you can change, that you can do this, well, that's on you. You're not supposed to let nobody talk you out of your position, baby. I'm going to do this. You move. You have to move. You have to know how to move, man. Know how to move yourself around in these companies and stuff like that. You don't tell nobody nothing. You go take the job interview. You don't say a freaking word. You just pop out. That's how I am. I just pop out, right? We just gonna pop out and show people. They're gonna be like, well, damn. And then she coming over here. She making money. I said, sis, you don't never sit there and let people know too many things about you, baby. I like to be mysterious. I don't want nobody to know nothing until I just pop out. And when I pop out, they're gonna be like, damn, we ain't know this. You ain't telling. I don't have to tell you a damn thing. Who are you? Who are you? Be confident in yourself, man. When you don't have confidence, this girl always going around the job talking about how she's a people pleaser. You already told me. You summed it up who you are. I'm not a people pleaser. I don't want to have enemies, but I'm not a people pleaser. I don't care. I don't care who don't like me. Who don't like me? Okay, yeah. I don't care who don't like me, baby. I don't care. People look at me with the evil eye. People call me ugly. They call me black. They call me nappy head. Do you think I fucking care about that shit? When you have a level of confidence within yourself, you okay. When you have that confidence with you, and you're not worrying about what other people think about your appearance or your hair or your skin tone. And I'm a dark-skinned woman talking about this. I don't give a crap if someone thinks that I'm ugly. I don't care if they think that I'm pretty. I don't even care about that. I don't care if you think I'm pretty. I don't care. I don't care. It's about how I feel about myself, and that's all that really matters. That's all that matters. But the girl she already spoke and said, hey, I'm a people pleaser. I want everybody to like me. And I believe that what she's saying is true, because even me and her, we really don't like each other. We kind of tolerate each other. But I have nothing in common with a 20-year-old girl. I just don't have anything in common. And I already don't like you because I done heard you talk about people. I done heard you do a lot of ratchet stuff. And you tried to play me a couple times. I'm like, since you barking up the wrong tree, if you think you're going to be stepping on my toes. But at the job, I gotta be professional. I gotta be professional because sometimes I be wanting to just curse people out, right? You want to cuss them out, tell them how you feel, stand on business. But what I'm learning is you have to just ignore people, and ignoring someone when they doing something to you that's not right is literally the hardest thing in life to deal with. It's hard to deal with people like that. Just speaking. What state are you in? Hey, how you doing? How's your day at work? Work was okay. I had a good day today. I can't really complain. I work with the girl that I really don't like, but she left at 5, and I was like, good fucking riddance. I was like, good riddance. I can't stand this girl, and I gotta work with her again tomorrow. Why do they put me with this girl that I can't stand? You know what I'm saying? I've been praying that these girls would just freaking disappear. I can't wait till she come in there one day and say, "Oh, I'm going to get this job," because she said she was getting a job with her mom at the hospital. And I said, "Girl, you're gonna make more money at the hospital than you make it here." I be encouraging her to freaking leave. I be so happy because when they were saying that she was gonna go into a different position, yo, I was so freaking happy. But then when I found out that she changed her mind, I was so mad, yo. I was so freaking mad. I was like, why? How come you? I thought. I thought, I'm sitting there looking stupid. I'm gagging, like, oh my, I thought you was gonna get that position that you were talking about. And she ain't get it because she let people talk her out of her square. And I'm just like, girl, you's a damn fool. You's a dang fool. I was so mad. It was like 2 times that I thought this heifer was leaving the position. Let me lock my doors down. And I told y'all, when I be at a red light, lock your doors. But I was so mad. I was like stuttering, like, what? I thought you was going to a new position. I feel good. I feel good. I was watching your live before work this morning. Justin, you were there? I don't remember seeing you this morning. I had a good day at work. I had a good day. I work with this heifer that I can't freaking stand. This girl that I just don't like. I gotta work with this heifer again tomorrow. And things was quiet. Like, I don't really kick it. So one of these little messy men, right? This messy dude that be at work that be sexually talking to women, which if I was a messy chick, I would have just went to HR and said that he's sexually harassing us. You know what I mean? The thing about sexual harassment at work, right? And I'm not one of those girls that go run and tell men flirt with women all the time, right? But at work, it's inside. We had this sexual harassment training that came out, right? Because some guys was like sexually harassing this young girl. She was like 18 years old. So I don't know what happened. I don't know what the details of it was, but 2 men end up getting fired because one guy was sexually harassing a customer, and then one other guy was sexually harassing a girl that works in the staff with us, like a girl that works a girl that works side by side with me. Nobody really knows the details about what really happened except for HR, but things that people are hearing, it had something to do with sexual harassment for both of these men. So this girl that I fucking don't like, I work with her today. I gotta work with her tomorrow. I don't like her. She don't like me. We don't really kick it like that. I have nothing in common with you, baby. Nothing. So the guy that this white dude, he's like the top person in there that makes all the money. So he's always in this girl's face. You can tell that he's like, attracted to her or whatever. But he's like one of those guys. I mean, he flirts with me too, but I don't care. You know what I'm saying? Men flirt with women all the time. No big deal. I don't think it's nothing to write to HR about. Like, oh, HR, he said this to me, but he be sexually harassing her all the time. And I be looking at her like, you don't be checking him with that? Like, you don't be checking him. He's fresh. He's like one of those fresh guys. He try to flirt with you and say stuff. And I just be looking. I'm just looking at him like, dude, you could really ruin your career. If you get a sexual harassment on your record, they're gonna fire you. They're gonna fire you like they did your friend. And it was his friend that got fired for sexual harassment. So I'm like, do men ever learn at the job? And he's a married man. Is that something you really want to take on? Like, if you get fired for sexual harassment, first of all, your wife is going to find out, and then you're going to have another problem. So he just be sexually harassing her, and they just be sexually talking to each other in sexual ways. It'd be more so him, though. I don't really think it's her too much, but it'd be him. And I just be sitting around here looking at her like, you just be letting these men talk to you like that, girl. But he's one of those flirtatious men. He be flirting with all the girls, so. But girl, I be acting like I don't hear nothing. I be minding my damn business, child. But she one of those chicks, she like attention. So, if you one of the girls you like attention, well, ain't nothing gonna change there. So to sleep. I just have to run in here and grab me. I'm feeling good. Y'all, I'm about to go to bed. I'll talk to y'all later, okay? I'll be here in the morning. I'll be back at 5:30, okay? I'll talk to y'all soon. Good night.